Hey everyone, I am Zoe from the Design Order. I run a virtual design agency on the Northern Beaches in Sydney. We are currently in the stage where the coronavirus is just starting to take off in Sydney, and I believe in the next few weeks more people and businesses are going to need to close and people to start working from home. I really wanted to share with you all today my top apps that I use to facilitate my work from home. I've been working from home now for almost 2 years, and I love not having to commute and stuff like that. But I basically wanted to help educate you, I suppose, around some of the top programs that I found have been really helpful to help me facilitate my work from home and not in an office space. So I'm going to try and keep this short and sharp, and I'm going to dive straight in. So the first thing I'd like to just bring out there as well is if you're still working off a server in the office, now is the perfect time to find an alternative and to move all of that documentation into the cloud. There are heaps of different options out there for this, and you will probably be best speaking to your IT guy or gal who comes into your office to do your IT. What's going to be the best solution for you? I personally use Google Apps, and I recommend this to all of my clients because I think it's the best. There's also Microsoft Office 365. I haven't had a chance to work with that platform myself, but I also know that it's been really great and it's a very popular choice for people as well. This will mean that you'll be able to have all your documentation online, and you'll be able to share your files with all of your team and your staff really easily. It also gives you the availability to message one another through your program. So if you're working hand in hand with someone throughout the day and you don't want to have to keep firing them email after email, there's a little chat box that you can jump in and ask them quick questions as well, which I just love. So my next big program that I'd love to talk to you about is Zoom. Now, Zoom is a video conferencing software which most small businesses know about already. I do lots of masterminds and courses online these days where they all use Zoom because I think it's the best and it's the most stable. So Zoom is also free if you are a small entity, and I love it that most of the programs that I'm going to share with you today, it's the first time I feel like often for a small business win, because a lot of these are all free to use, and it'll just depend on the extent of staff that you need to share it with, whether there are any extra associated costs with it. So Zoom, yes, is a video conferencing, and it's just great if you need to meet face to face with someone online. It gives you the ability to share your screen with them as well. So if you need to talk through documentation or show them designs or concepts or whatever it is that you're working with, you also have the ability to do that. You can also use Zoom for group meetings where everyone can join in on the one call. And I know as well that you also have the availability to do breakout sessions as well. So if you need that to happen into smaller groups, that's also availability of Zoom too. The next program that I love as well, there are two programs that I use hand in hand now for project management, and they are Asana and Trello. Starting with Asana, Asana is a really great project management software where, again, it's free when you're only using it with a couple of users. If you have a bigger organization, there are costs involved. I think it's still very affordable though. It's what I used to use when I used to have a design agency as well with multiple staff. Asana is great just because you can have all of your projects online, and you can have daily updates, I suppose, from all of your different staff members onto where the project's at. And it's basically like a checkbox system where you can create a list of things that needs to happen to start jobs from beginning to finish, and you can just go and tick them off as they are done. I also use Trello, which is more of a visual list maker, I suppose, for ongoing changes within projects. I use this mostly with my web developers, sometimes who well, they're never in the office with me nowadays, but they're always working virtually with them, and often we need to chat to one another, and there are lots of different rounds of revision, and basically it's called a Kanban style of list where you have different columns of things that need to be done, and you can just drag and drop them from one column to another depending on where they are at in in the timeline, and depending on when they've been finished or not. So again, it's a free service. I think as well it's capped up to a certain amount of users, but you can be smart about your users as well, like for having a log on for certain different staff and one log on for you as well, which is what I normally do. Loom is the next one I would like to talk to you about as well, which again is another type of video recorder, but this one's more better used for, let's say, a presentation style kind of thing. So instead of having a live face-to-face, it allows you to record videos kind of like what I'm doing now to upload onto YouTube, but it allows you to share your screen, and it also has like a little webcam image of you in the bottom left-hand corner as well. So there's a bit of that personal touch to it as well, and it's great for presenting stuff to people or explaining stuff to people as well. I know I often use it when I need clients to do something with their website or with sensitive information, and I show them how to do it on the video, and they can use it as a bit of a referencing tool. When I finish recording, Loom makes it uploads it to the cloud and gives you a link that you can then share with your clients so that they can go and watch it again and however many times that they need to. The last thing I need to talk to you about now, we're 6 minutes in, I'm going to race through it, is LastPass. Now, I tell all my clients about LastPass anyway, just because it is awesome and you need it in your life. In a day and age where we have so many passwords to remember for everything, you should always be using a different password for every single thing that you have in your life. Don't ever use the same one, because that's a surefire way for hackers to get hold of information if there are any security breaches. So LastPass is great. It's a little app that you can download and upload to your browser, your Google browser, and basically it will then auto-generate, once you've signed into it, it will then auto-generate your username and your password for you, so you don't actually have to remember anything apart from the one password, master password, to get you into LastPass. I love LastPass. I've been using it for years. It's free for personal use. When you're with a business that needs to share it amongst teams, it does cost, but it's very affordable. I think it's under $100 a year. I love it. I rave about it. It's totally worth going and checking out. And the last thing I was just going to say as well, just so you don't get inundated with emails, I've learnt as well from working from home that it's really important not to overdo it with the emails. Keep them short, keep them sweet, keep them concise, and anything that you need to kind of discuss, or if there's any kind of long drawn out discussions that you need to have, that's when you either pick up the phone or you then have a video conferencing session over Zoom, so you can nut stuff out face to face, so you don't have to read through essay long emails. Anyway, stay safe, be kind, take your neighbour's toilet paper if you're in Australia, because everyone seems to have bought it all but no one has any. I hope this information was helpful for you, and yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'm happy to help. Bye.